Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Magicite. So I looked into it, and as of yet, there's no way to combine gems. So you can't just take like a level 2 gem and combine it with a, you know, take a level 1 gem and combine 2 of them and make a level 2 gem, for example. What you can do, and we found this out in an earlier episode, but you can combine a gem with a Zweihander to make an enchanted Zweihander. So what I'm thinking is we will use our iron sword for now, and we'll craft another bug net at some point. Get this going here because the velt can be really fucking annoying. And then we'll use, you know, later on, once we get closer to the end of the game, start encountering some more difficult enemies, we'll create an enchanted Zweihander, which will hopefully allow us to, where's my pick? Oh, it's number 1, okay. Which will hopefully allow us to, you know, do more damage to enemies, but it's also completely plausible that we just die on the velt, which is a bullshit town for bullshit mushrooms, and I hate it. Are these guys weak against fire? Is that something that I'm learning now? Certainly, mushrooms appear to be dying very quickly. Let's ignore the fact that sheep also, you know, are biting the dust here. But the small mushrooms appear to die to fire very, very easily. I can almost just ignore the jellyfish as if we're playing, you know, Dragon Town here. Get rid of that bone. Make some of these. You know what? This is shaping up to be quite alright so far. We just ignore the jellyfish, you know, our mana will replenish. Naturally or otherwise. There's a lot of jellyfish. There's like a fucking ton of jellyfish. Can we talk about that for a second? I don't think the mushrooms are weak against fire. I think the mushrooms just fucking suck. Alright. What about you, jellyfish? Maybe I can kill you before you get an aggro range. Absolutely possible. So I'm gonna be very happy to leave the velt, and I hope we get, you know, something more useful, or like a more pleasant biome when we leave. We don't have any mana potions. Yes, I know, I sold them, smart guy. I'm just saying, oh, that was very close. I'm just saying we don't have any mana potions. Seriously, jellyfish, don't be a dick, alright? We can take some time and let stuff replenish here. I know that, you know, I just immediately cast another spell after saying that. Can you blame me? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. There's so many freaking projectiles. Okay, we're fine. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and suggest that we're probably not going to pick up too many resources on these levels. Because the, you know, main way that we're gonna survive here seems to just be run away pretty quickly. And that's a strategy that's worked out fairly well so far. We have had to use some potions, but you get a lot of potions from the mushrooms as well, apparently, so. Alright, let's cast this again. Man, velt is no joke. Oh good, Ironite Sword is about to break, so if that happens, it's actually not the end of the world. We'll just use our Zweihander instead, even though I did talk about, you know, saving it for more interesting use later. Necessity's the mother of invention, right? We gotta do what we gotta do. Please. Jellyfish. Not like this. Jellyfish. No. I freaking jellies, man. Okay. What's your integrity at, Iron Sword? Or your durability? Probably pretty low, huh? Yeah, there we go. It broke. I'm glad it broke when it did. I know I have to pick up that Diamondite, but you know, we gotta clear out this area first. Maybe if we go over here, we'll be safe for a minute. We'll see. Potions, herbs. Okay, we don't really have much in the way of potions. Zweihander comes back up. At the very least, we're certainly getting a lot of bee leather here. It's not really bee leather. I just like calling it bee leather. I guess the pelts come from the mushrooms, or maybe the jellyfish. Not totally sure. Should probably try to save the durability on our Zweihander a little bit if we're going to use it for later in the game. But really, like, if we just survive this floor, I'm going to be content. And we're getting some decent rewards, all things considered. Be cool here, be cool. Alright, we're going back to the forest. Suck it, Velt. That was a quick one. We didn't really gain too much, but we didn't die. And that's really where my major focus lied there. Why is stone here? We don't have enough coal to do anything. Okay, so we can make 5 monster pelts. We don't really need to make 5, like, refined cloths. We need 3. Because remember, you can't make, like, a cloth shield. So we'll have to just roll with ingots for that. But this is good. So, craft, no, we'll smelt. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why 6? Because we're going to make an iron shield. There's no reason not to. Replaces our stone shield, gives us a little bit more HP. And then we're going to go to our tailor and make some more elegant robes. And these will become a helm for us. Again, more HP, more magic skill as well. So our HP is almost looking sustainable here. Or, you know, serviceable. That doesn't really make sense, though. So we're getting close-ish to gold gear. We should make maybe another iron sword, is my thinking. Why don't we just take one of these bad boys right here. So let's make another iron sword. But first, we'll sell this. Do this. Everything else is fine. I think we can start selling stone. We're not going to use stone for anything else. So we'll collect it because it's too much of a pain in the ass to not collect it. But then we'll always sell it. We did heal up there a little bit, which is nice. Almost feel like we should just sell some raw meat. And if we get coal, we can always make more. 18 is enough meat to carry us through the rest of the game for sure. So, worst case scenario, it's not that big of a deal. Can't quite make anything out of gold yet. We want to make another iron sword, so let's quickly go to the smelter. This is the only thing we're using iron for at this point. 1, 2, 1, 2. We can make an iron axe if we want to. I don't think it really matters, though. Iron sword is fine. In order to actually produce it, we'll need to get some wood quickly, so let's put this here. And we'll move on. We're not going to buy anything else here. Alright, you know what? We could just buy a sword hilt, actually. Please, sometimes it glitches out like that. And there we go. So we can combine our sword hilt like so. And, you know, we probably should still get some wood, but we'll remember that for the end of the next level. Alright, so I'm excited for this because these are the easy enemies. Don't want to use too much in the way of mana, he says, as he uses like 20% of his mana stack instantly. But you know what I'm getting at here. So the forest is it's our easy level. It's potion level. It's you know, boss level occasionally. And it's you know, gain more HP than you lose level, which is another important thing, especially when you're getting as many potions as we've gotten so far. Not potions, but herbs. You know the drill. There we go. Now, this might be the last time we get to go to a forest biome for the rest of the game, so we should very much, you know, be thankful and do our best to make it work. The other thing I'd like to get here is, if possible, and we might be able to do this if we get another chance to go to the caves, because there's more spiders there. But it would be nice to get some more spider webs. That was bad damage. It'd be nice to get some more spider webs so we can make another butterfly net, or bug net, I guess. And we can use that bug net to catch more bugs and maybe enchant our Zweihander for late game usage. That's my philosophy on that. Mana potions, you know, honestly, a little bit overrated in my experience so far. I mean, this is my first Magic run. I'm not trying to be the guy who, you know, he's worked out for 2 days and is like, bro, you gotta check out my sweet, like, post-workout routine or something like that. But for my limited experience so far, it seems like mana replenishes fast enough to not really be that big of a deal. Like, not really make mana potions that big of a deal. So, again, we don't really need Ironite for too much more, so I'm not really sure why I'm picking it up so often. But I am, so there is that. So, I used my magical skill here, actually. I haven't used Levitate, like, at all. But, I used the one that gave us extra magic damage, and, well, extra magic damage to our attack, which, as far as I can tell, didn't help us out at all, because I only swung my sword at that guy, like, 1 time. Anyway, very good so far, very easy. You know, magic, it's got the same thing going for it that a dex build does, where... Well, let's put it this way. The main difficulty in Magicite, from my perspective, seems to be if you get up close and personal with enemies, they're going to hit you, and eventually you're going to run out of potions and die. So, anything that allows you to hit enemies from afar drastically reduces the difficulty of the game. Again, you know, tell me to shut the fuck up if you're... if you think that I'm being, you know, a little bit too backseat game designer-y here. And keep in mind that I do love Magicite, and I play it in my downtime, and it's one of my favorite games of the year so far. Certainly one of the most interesting kind of plays with this formula that I've ever seen. I would like to see enemies that, you know, are a little bit more problematic from a ranged perspective, if that makes sense. I don't know, enemies that dodge faster, or, you know, I don't have any space to pick up wood. We don't need this raw chicken. Or this leather. There we go. Yeah, so I know there's enemies that dodge a lot, like the jellyfish and the dragons and stuff like that, but it's a little too easy to dodge their projectiles and just sprint through the level as well. So, again, I do think that there could be a good use for kind of like a difficulty up in the game. You may agree or disagree, and it is worth noting that I got my ass kicked like the first 11 times or 12 times that I actually played, but still, you know, the formula seems pretty repeatable here. We go back to the forest. Another thing that might make it easier is might make it harder, is way less forest biomes. I get to choose it too often, and it feels like cheating if I don't choose it, because I'm making it more difficult on myself for no reason. Anyway, we got some cloth. We have enough gold to produce one piece of gold gear, so we're gonna do it. So let's come down here to our smelter, and we'll just split this in half. This is the easy part. And we gotta refine some cloth as well. 1, 2, 3, and that. And where is our tailor? She, or, no, it's a she, I think. I can't tell. Flora is a feminine name, though. And we're gonna get, might as well get a Curus, right? Like, there's no reason not to. More magic and more HP. Just a little bit more HP, but every little bit helps. Only have 1 coal, unfortunately. Can't do anything with our gold right now. Stone gets sold. Meat gets sold. Honestly, like, you might be saying, what's the point of selling it? Well, you know, what's the point in keeping it? Selling it at least gives us less inventory management in the future. We're only eating 1 meat per floor, so yeah, I don't think it really makes that big of a difference. Iron is, well, let's put it this way. We might as well make an iron axe and then sell the rest of our iron, because we're not going to make iron arrows. This is going to be a magic focused run, maybe even a magic only run. Arrows might make it easier on us for the late game in particular, but I also kind of think it's cheating. Not cheating, but I think it would make things too easy with the build that we have going on. So, you know, I know I'm a hypocrite, so be it. We're going to try a magic only run. And 1, 2. All right, so now we've got a wooden axe. And what normally went here? That was our fire attack. I like this all more than lightning, but I have to imagine lightning is probably really useful. Well, do we want to buy, like, diamond? We could buy a diamond sword. Whatever. We'll just get one later. We're only on District 15, so we still have a little bit of time. Yeah, lightning might be very useful on the boss, is what I was about to say. So we actually don't, considering we don't need iron anymore, that's going to help out our inventory a little bit, because we're only going to get stone and gold or above. So we only need to farm these big ones. And that will slow, or that will speed things up a little bit. Oh, that was dumb. That'll speed things up a little bit. Not that we need to speed them up, but, you know, there are people who will be like, why do you not get all the iron? Like, worst case scenario, you could sell it or make arrows or something like that. And you're absolutely 100% not wrong. But I also think that, you know, for what it actually gives us, there's no real reason to go, to still pick up iron. And you may disagree with that, but I disagree with you if you disagree with that. Let's put it that way. Another thing that I would like to see in Magicite, and I apologize that this is, I don't even need the bugs. I'm okay. I'm okay. I apologize that this has become kind of like Northernlion's gripes with Magicite hour, but I'm really not intending it to be like that. I'm intending this to be like constructive feedback or, you know, food for thought, and maybe you can agree or disagree, and I'm interested to hear why. But anyway, some other things that I thought are, what if, because right now, here's the way money works. You grind money, you use it to buy higher level equipment. That's it, and it's always the same higher level equipment. You know, you're never buying something that has a huge, like, variance in terms of uniqueness or something like that. It's always, well, I have an iron sword, and now I'm gonna buy a golden one, so my chances improve a little bit. I think it would make money, oh, I don't want that, actually. I think it would make money a little bit more meaningful if there was, like, purchasable gear that was totally unique. So if there was, like, oh, Jesus. I was trying to follow where this was gonna go, but yeah, if there was gear that you could only buy, and it was extremely rare, but if you did buy it, it gave you a much better chance and made your run a little bit more unique. Like, what if there was like an awesome, you know, fire fucking like spear or something like that you could only buy from like shops in the cave biome or something like that, or, you know, shops in the velt biome. I think that would be super cool, and it would make money a little bit more meaningful than what it is right now. And because what it is right now, and I don't mean any disrespect, of course, but what it is right now is just, we're gonna use this to upgrade our equipment slightly. It's fine, you know. it does the trick. It has a very set progression that goes along with it, but I think it would be cool if there was more unique stuff that you could actually purchase. I don't mind, like, not finding totally unique treasure in chests or something like that, but I would love to see really cool shit that you could buy from stores, because otherwise, once you get diamond gear, money becomes worthless. You don't really have much use for it, so it would be... I'm so stupid. Like, I should just not take any risk on those whatsoever. But yeah, it would be cool if money still had a use after you had diamond or gold level gear. And again, you know, I'm open to the idea that I could be totally wrong here. I'm just throwing out some ideas that I had. So, no matter what, you know, we're not going to the volcano biome unless we're forced to. I would much rather go to the caves, where we will get a lot of spider webs if we want them. So, I don't think we need mana potions. We have 2 coal, which means we actually will cook some meat. Because, like, the only reason we were selling meat before is because we didn't have enough to make a fire starter. With the fire starter, we can consolidate our inventory and pick up meat kind of guilt-free. Didn't get any heals off that, which actually sucks. This comes back up here. We can make more leather, but we can't really get anything useful out of it because we don't have enough of the other minerals. So we can sell stone, and honestly, we can sell iron at this point. Goodbye, iron. That's freeing. Normally, we would just turn it into arrows, but you get the idea. I think we should heal a little bit before we go to the next level. Caves are not particularly tough, but, you know, can be slightly problematic. And there's no diamond gear. Yeah, so I think we're just going to leave, honestly. We actually have some inventory space for once. Now, these bugs do 4 damage, so we got to be very careful. And I can't help but notice that our sword is pretty ineffective now. Looks like these bugs are pretty weak against magic. 3 hits? No, 4 hits. Oh, they have the same amount of resistance. Alright, thank you, Bat, by the way. Okay. So this level for us, I mean, this is the second last real level, right? So what are we focusing on? Not getting hits. So far, so good. Again, seriously. So bad. Not getting hit and generating, like, the last few minerals we need. And what are some of the last few materials that we need? You know, wouldn't hurt to get an enchanted Zweihander. I know I said earlier we don't need it, but now that spider webs are so apparent, we'd be stupid not to at least try, in my opinion. Apart from that, more potions would be lovely, but hasn't really worked out too well in our favor so far. Mostly because I've been using potions, because I'm bad. And there's going to be another very, very unfortunate turn of events. Ah! Okay. This is actually very risky. We need to heal up, but we don't have potions on our quick bar anymore. I think we may lose this run. And I think that I'm actually completely okay with that. For a first magic run, I think I've learned a little bit about how things work. And I think we're at least going to make it to the final boss. It depends if they force us to go to the dungeon or the volcano, perhaps. You know, that could make things a little trickier on me for sure. But I'm pleased with our performance considering it's a totally new playstyle. Anyway, we'll learn. You know, you live and you learn and you move on. This could be a lot of experience for me. So as much as I'd like to not get hit by bugs, I would also love to pick up a dumb amount of experience for killing enemies that are, let's be honest, relatively easy. So I just baited them into the attack here and then, yeah, there we go. Got a free level off of that. And a little bit closer to the next level as well. Probably want to cast another one of these. What I love about Frost Shard is that you actually generate pretty much as much mana as you use over the course of one use of it. So it's really not that problematic at all from a mana usage standpoint. I got Ironite, amazing. But our health is still a major concern for us. Now, we shouldn't have any bosses. What else do we have here? I also really hope, and again, don't misconstrue my criticism as a dislike for Magicite, which should be, I shouldn't even have to defend myself at this point, but I really like the game, but I think the ability to combine gems, I'm assuming that's something that's, you know, planned to be added to the game at some point. I hope it gets added. I hope that if it's not, it is. Because I would very much like to see a little bit of, like, an upgradable magic thing, like, system. That being said, I mean, it is pretty apparent that magic, maybe not overpowered, but is a very powerful playstyle. We'll probably buy a gold or diamond sword if we have the option to. Well, there's a diamond great blade right there, so let's drop this sword. And that's not what I wanted to pick up. Oh, now I'm holding it. Okay, I got it. A sword hilt. Well, we don't really want a sword hilt. We want an axe hilt, actually. There we go. That's fine. I would like to keep the herb, if possible. There it is. Okie dokie. So now we don't have to worry about our weapon for a while. This is not my ideal choice when it comes to a melee weapon, but it's what we got. And we are forced to go to the dungeon, so that is, you know, how can I complain? This is pretty much what I asked for, right? Let's do it. Put my money where my mouth is. Come on, bug. There we go. Okay, so we didn't quite level up again, but we got pretty close. I imagine we're probably gonna die on District 19 here. We don't need stone. We don't need this. This is our last chance. We actually can't craft any more gold level gear, which is funny. We should eat something. We have one more chance, sorry, to upgrade our equipment. I should say that. But it just feels like this is our last chance because, you know, it's going to be a little tight. And we did get 1 HP back there. We only have 2 potions, which scares the fuck out of me. What do we normally have here? The ice, that's very important. Okay, we can buy some diamond level gear, but honestly, I don't really want to buy a diamond axe. I think we can just go for it instead. This might strike you as careless, but I honestly disagree. I honestly just think that it's not that important for us to get a diamond axe. How much wood have we chopped over the course of this entire run? Not a whole hell of a lot, right? So, my main defense, I think, on this level is going to be just not attacking very many. Oh man, basically just running past enemies. So I'm trying to bait, you know, fiery Zeus or Poseidon here into actually moving away so that I can sneak in there myself. Doesn't appear to be too interested in that though. Oh, okay. You know, these are tough levels. Nobody's gonna. I got an archer's ring. Too bad I really. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, the dungeon's pretty fucked up. It was a decent run, though. What was our score? Well, oh, Wizard's Beard. I knew that would happen. And the Magician Hat. Still no Dwelf. Overall, a fun run, though. Let's go see what those special abilities give me. So, oh, we didn't get any new races. Seriously, like, oh, completed by beating the game without using an HP potion. Sure, I'll see you next fucking never. Alright, Wizard's Beard. Casting spells have a 66% chance of not consuming mana. Seems alright. 33% chance on level up to gain an additional magic slot. Well, we've already seen, you know, that's a standard formula for various kinds of hats. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm looking forward to reading your tips on how to improve my magic builds in this game. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. We lost, but we'll be back again tomorrow. Goodbye.